Of the numbered Storm games, Storm 2 is the first one I played, so by default, it's my favorite. I know, so original. It's not my favorite Storm game altogether though, we'll get to that some other time. Storm 2 is the start of Shippuden, where we'll be for the majority of Naruto games from now on. This game has 50 trophies, with mainly all of them again being found in the Ultimate Adventure mode. This is also the first Storm game with online, so of course there'll be some pesky online trophies too. One of the trophies is highly likely to glitch as well, but hopefully I'm one of the lucky ones and it doesn't happen to me. Ultimate Adventure mode is the story mode of the game, and it starts with Naruto returning to the Leaf Village after 3 years of training with Jiraiya. I meet up with Sakura and head to see Tsunade. It seems we'll be getting put through the same test against Kakashi as before. He'll be waiting for us at the training field. As I'm heading there, Sakura wants to do a warm-up fight. I beat her, and I guess this is the best time to talk about Storm Points. I get them after each fight, and they're kind of a currency in this game, but not actually. I can't spend them, and all they do is unlock titles and characters as I collect more. There's also materials on the ground I can collect as I'm exploring. For the time being, I'm going to collect as much as I can, so I'll have a bunch for later. I make it to the training field and find Kakashi. We are immediately going into our first boss fight. There's a bit to explain about these. First of all, I need to make sure I get an S rank on each one I do. I can always replay them, but it's more efficient to do it on my first go. When I do enough damage, then a cutscene starts with some QTEs. By doing them fast, I get stars, and I need to get enough stars to unlock a flashback called a secret factor after the battle. Phase 1 is just a normal fight, but for Phase 2, I need to wait for Kakashi to shock the water to attack him. Doing enough damage causes a second cutscene to happen. I get more than enough stars and see the secret factor, which is a flashback to the first spell test. The fight ends and I see I got an S rank, getting me the first trophy for getting an S rank on this mission. This was also the last fight for the prologue, so I get another trophy for clearing the prologue. I go back to see Tsunade and have to do some requests. The first one is helping a guy who says he saw someone who looks like Naruto blocking him from leaving the village. I check it out, and it actually is Naruto, at least a clone of him. I beat this faker and it turns into a doll. On the way back, someone stops me who claims to be the owner of the doll, so I give it to him. The other request is to visit stores in the village and deliver their updated licenses. Another easy request. The Akatsuki are heading to the Sand Village to capture Gaara since he has a tailed beast inside him. I know we just had one, but we have another boss fight against Deidara. I have to dodge his attacks until he stands still, letting me knock him off his bird. I do it enough times and start the first cutscene. By the end, I already have enough stars, so now I just need to get an S rank. The second phase has me on a sand cloud, flying through the village attacking Deidara with sand shuriken. I get the secret factor and do the last QTEs to finish the fight. I got an S rank and get the trophy for getting an S rank in this mission. Gaara gets caught off guard and kidnapped. Word of it gets to the Leaf Village, so now Team Kakashi is on the job. I also got stopped by the doll guy again, with him telling me there's 37 of those dolls scattered around. He asks for my help in taking them down, which I will, but after I beat the game. At the Sand Village, Baki says the Akatsuki have taken Gaara to the Land of Rivers, so Tsunade sends Guy and his team to help. On the way, I get stopped by Kisame. He makes water clones, so I split up into 2 teams to fight them, one as Neji and the other with Guy. I switch back to Kakashi, and while leaving the village, I get joined by Chiyo, who's one of the Akatsuki's grandmother. I unlock her as a character, and get a trophy for unlocking everyone from the Sand Village as playable characters. On the way to the Land of Rivers, Itachi gets in the way, and I have to fight him. Guy's team got here first, and it seems the path forward is blocked by 5 seals. One is in front of us, while the other 4 are on trees nearby. I split up into 2 teams again to deal with the seals. After taking down 2 seals, a set of clones appear and want to fight. I need to do this with both teams. Once both sets of clones have been defeated, I can go into the Akatsuki hideout. Deidara escapes with Naruto and Kakashi chasing him, while Sakura and Chiyo stay to deal with Sasori. Sasori is another boss fight that starts normal at first, then gets more unique in Phase 2. This continues into the second cutscene, where I get enough stars and see the secret factor. I also got an S rank, so I get the trophy for getting an S rank in this mission. That's Sasori dealt with, but I still need to fight Deidara. He's just a normal fight that's quickly beaten. This was the last fight of the chapter, so I get another trophy for clearing chapter 1. Back at the Leaf Village, Tsunade gives me another request. this time to help another team train. That team is Kiba, Shino, and Hinata. They're not hard to beat, in fact, I actually flawless them. I go back to Tsunade for more missions and see Shikamaru and Choji, except I'm also being stalked by a mysterious person. Out of nowhere, he wants a fight. After I beat him, he just disappears. In Tsunade's office, I find out I have a new teammate, and of course it has to be the guy who just jumped me. We also have a replacement for Kakashi and Yamato. The mission is to investigate the intel Sasori gave about the meeting with his spy. Before I head out, I unlock Sai as a character and get a trophy for unlocking everyone from Naruto's generation as playable characters. About 30 seconds later, I unlock Yamato as a character and get a trophy for unlocking all Leaf Village Jonins as playable characters. On the way to the meeting, Yamato wants to do a quick fight to establish teamwork. I don't know how much teamwork he expects to see putting me and Sai on the same team. Kabuto is the spy and he sees through Yamato's disguise as Sasori, which summons the others to join the fight. Orochimaru taunts Naruto about Sasuke, bringing us to another boss fight. Like most boss fights so far, this starts as a normal fight before shifting gears. Orochimaru keeps taunting until Naruto transforms into his four-tailed fox state. For phase 2, I have to damage him with chakra bullets while holding off snakes that come at me. This goes on for a bit until the second cutscene where I see the secret factor before ending the fight. I also got an S rank again, so I get the trophy for getting an S rank in this mission. Orochimaru and Kabuto escape, leaving Yamato to deal with Naruto. Sai wasn't here for the fight, and he still isn't here, so where'd he go? Turns out, he has ulterior motives and went to see Orochimaru to negotiate. Yamato has a clone watching him, so at least we know where they're going. In Orochimaru's hideout, Sai is blocking us, so I have to fight him to make him move. Kabuto shows up, and now it's Sakura's turn to fight. They let us pass after, so Naruto can finally have his reunion with Sasuke. To no one's shock, we have another boss fight against Sasuke. Something super cool about this fight is during the second phase, it cuts to a flashback of when they fought at the final valley with me still playing. I love stuff like that. I see the secret factor and get another S rank, getting me the trophy for getting an S rank in this mission. This was also the last fight of the chapter, so I get another trophy for clearing chapter 2. For most of chapter 3, Naruto will be on the sidelines training. First I play as him against Kakashi, then against him as Asuma. While he stays here to continue, Tsunade sends Asuma and Shikamaru to take out two new Akatsuki members that have appeared, Hidan and Kakuzu. We'll focus on Hidan first. He is, for lack of a better term, immortal. He puts a curse on Asuma that causes them to share pain, and Hidan stabs himself, leading to Asuma's death. Shikamaru is justifiably mad, so now he fights Hidan before the two Akatsuki make their escape. Naruto has one more training fight against Kakashi as Shikamaru devises a plan to fight Hidan, then taunt him into a chase. This separates the two Akatsuki, so Kakashi can fight Kakuzu on his own. Kakuzu goes down, but celebrations end quickly as he gets back up. Naruto shows up to help, but we'll come back to this. First, we'll check back with Shikamaru. He has another fight with Hidan that leads him to an open hole in the ground covered with paper bombs. Shikamaru drops him in, and that's the end of Hidan. Now back to Naruto. Kakuzu is the boss fight of this chapter that starts off normal, then switches to a bit of an air fight. This continues until the second cutscene when Naruto shows off his newest jutsu, Wind Style Rasen Shuriken. It absolutely decimates Kakuzu. I got enough stars to see the secret factor, and I got an S rank, getting me the trophy for getting an S rank in this mission. This was also the last fight of the chapter, so I get another trophy for clearing chapter 3. For the next couple chapters, we'll be playing from Sasuke's perspective. Sasuke decides he doesn't want to be a vessel for Orochimaru anymore, so my first fight is against him. Sasuke plans to make a team to hunt Itachi, and my first member is going to be Suigetsu after a quick fight with him. My next member is at the southern hideout. The way is blocked by 3 seals I need to peel off. Peeling off the last one makes a set of clones appear that I need to fight. Beating them gains me access to the southern hideout where I meet Karin. She doesn't need a fight to join since she's head over heels for Sasuke. My last member is at the northern hideout. Inside, there's a puzzle to solve, but it's more like a scavenger hunt. There's 2 scrolls somewhere in the hideout that I need to find. It's here that I also picked up enough items to get a trophy for picking up over 500 items. The last member is Jugo, but he's a little insane. I need to fight him with Suigetsu and then again with Sasuke to get him to join. I unlock Jugo as a character and get a trophy for unlocking all members of Sasuke's squad as playable characters. Sasuke sends all the members to gather information about Itachi, and while doing this, I stumble into Deidara and Tobi. Deidara wants a fight, so I'll give him one. I actually have 2 fights against him. The first is normal, but the second one, even though it's not a boss fight, is played differently. Deidara is flying on his bird, so I can't exactly fight him. All I can do is just spam Fireball Jutsu. Deidara can't believe he lost twice, so he decides to blow himself up. Sasuke survives because he's built different, and that's the end of the chapter, so I get a trophy for clearing chapter 4. Sasuke splits the team up to look for Itachi again, and of course, Sasuke would be the one to find him. I have a fight against him, then it's found out this Itachi was just a clone. The actual Itachi is waiting for me at the Uchiha hideout, so I'll head there. Kisame stops me and says only Sasuke is allowed through. While waiting for Sasuke, Suigetsu gets impatient, so to pass the time, he wants a match with Kisame. We're back with another boss fight after not having one last chapter. Phase 1 is a normal fight as usual, but Phase 2 is when Itachi summons his Susanoo. I need to dodge the Sword Slam and get up close to damage him. I do this until the second cutscene plays, where I just barely get enough stars. I got the last ones I needed on the second to last QTE. I back away from Itachi for the next minute until he collapses at my feet, just like Sasuke wanted. I see the secret factor, thankfully, and see that I got an S rank, getting me the trophy for getting an S rank in this mission. After a lengthy exposition from Tobi, who unveils himself to be Madara Uchiha, the chapter ends and I get a trophy for clearing chapter 5. Jiraiya tells Tsunade he's located the leader of the Akatsuki and he's going to investigate. When he leaves Tsunade's office, I unlock him and Tsunade as characters, and get a trophy for unlocking all Sannin as playable characters. Jiraiya takes a detour down memory lane, and he looks back on his time with Naruto, with one fight in particular taking center stage, showing Naruto's guts to never give up. After the fight, I head to the Hidden Rain village. Jiraiya goes down memory lane some more, and thinks of 3 orphans he had taken in years ago. This becomes important when Jiraiya is met with an Akatsuki member who was one of those orphans, Konan. I have a fight against her, then meet the leader of the Akatsuki, Pain, who's another one of the orphans. Jiraiya believes him to be Nagato, but he looks different. No time to think about it though, since we have a boss fight against him. Pain begins on top of a crab, and to damage it, I have to attack its side. For phase 2, Jiraiya enters Sage mode, which gives me 2 support attacks. I'm against 3 different Pains, and I need to knock them all out at once. I try to get them all to low health, then use a support attack to defeat them back to back. Now I can use a massive Rasengan to finish them off, and go into the second cutscene. I again get enough stars at the second to last QTE. I need to stop cutting it so close. Jiraiya catches the main Pain in a Genjutsu, and I see the secret factor. The battle appears to be over, except it's not, as there's more than just 3 Pains. There's 6, and the Pain we just fought isn't even the main one. The main Pain looks like the 3rd orphan, Yahiko, but with the eyes of Nagato. Badly injured, and against insurmountable odds, Jiraiya takes on all 6 Pains. This is where the battle actually ends, and I got an S rank, so I get the trophy for getting an S rank in this mission. Jiraiya gets blown into the water, and in his final moments, thinks of all the time he spent with Naruto, thus ending the tale of Jiraiya the Gallant, getting me another trophy for clearing chapter 6. At the Leaf Village, Tsunade gives Naruto a mission where they requested him specifically. I have to find this lady, then she gives me a code to tell this guy. He lets me pass, and it seems Gaara snuck out of the Sand Village for a fight with me. After the fight, I go back to the village when Kakashi tells me to go see Tsunade. This is where Naruto learns of Jiraiya's death and decides to train in Sage Jutsu as Jiraiya did. I head to Mount Myoboku, and first need to do a few fights against some clones. We'll leave Naruto to his stage training for now and check in with Kakashi. Kakashi has 2 fights against Pain. The first is just him by himself, then Ino and Choji show up to help. Another fight that exists is Kiba's team against Konan, who turns out to just be a clone. I don't think this was even in the anime. Sakura goes to find Tsunade, but Pain finds them first. I have one more fight against Pain as Tsunade before Naruto finally shows up. We're now at the climax of the story, the showdown between Naruto and Pain. It's obviously going to be a boss fight, and it's a big one. Phase 1 starts as a normal fight, then in the first cutscene, Hinata sees all the chaos and decides to go help. Naruto tosses his Rasen Shuriken, but this uses up all his Sage Jutsu. Pain is about to strike the killing blow when Hinata takes it instead. This sends Naruto over the edge, and he unleashes an 8-tailed fox. This phase is all about using my chakra bullets to beat down on Pain until I can go in and do big damage. Naruto almost lets out the full power of the Nine Tails, but the 4th Hokage stops him. This is also where we find out that the 4th Hokage is Naruto's dad. He mends the seal back up, and we actually have a phase 3 for the first time in a boss fight. Naruto uses a clone to fling him at Pain to hit him with one last Rasengan. I got enough stars to see the secret factor, and this is the last one, so I get a trophy for seeing all secret factors. And about 30 seconds later, the fight ends and I get an S rank, so I get another trophy for getting an S rank in this mission. Naruto goes to see the actual Pain, who's been Nagato behind the scenes this whole time. After a talk, Nagato decides to use a jutsu that can bring the dead back to life at the cost of his own. That was a quick turnaround. Naruto gets back to the village and everyone celebrates his return. This ends the game and the chapter, so I get a trophy for clearing chapter 7. I also unlock Pain and Konan as characters, getting me another trophy for unlocking all Akatsuki members as playable characters. Now we're done with story mode and can focus on other activities. I just got a letter about a new cursed doll, so let's tackle those. There are 37 in total, and more will unlock as I go. I can check the wanted list to see where dolls can be found. Sometimes there'll be multiple of them for one fight, which is good, since I can knock out a few at once. Because I've beaten the game, I can also buy warp scrolls from the item shop, which will let me fast travel and do this a lot faster. Also, if you're wondering why I have no supports and I'm not using anyone except Naruto, I'll explain that later. The last dolls to beat are Pain, Konan, and Toby. After I beat them and give them back to the owner, he turns on me and summons dolls to get rid of me. During the second fight, he makes his escape. I won't know where he went until later. Meanwhile, I get a letter meant for Tsunade, so I'll deliver it to her. This starts the Fragment chapter. This chapter is only 2 battles. The first is against Killer Bee normally, then the next fight is against him in his awakened form. I've heard how this fight is a test of skill, but it's not. It's just unfair. He has super armor and doesn't flinch to any of my attacks. Using Chidori is a death sentence, as I'll take way more damage than I'll do to him. While boring, the best way to win is to spam Chakra Shuriken. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it helps me keep my distance. Once I finally win, I get the trophy for clearing the Fragment chapter. I'm still waiting on the letter for where the cursed doll owner is, so I'll collect any scrolls I'm missing. There are blue scrolls, which are story records, red scrolls, which are records of battle, and green memory crystals, which are flashbacks to Naruto Part 1. There's a notorious glitch that can happen where after collecting all the scrolls, the trophy for collecting all the blue scrolls won't pop. I've been avoiding the ninja you talk to who pops the trophy, who's also the same ninja used to switch characters, which is why I've solely been playing as Naruto. I've already been collecting scrolls as I play, so at this point, I just need to hope I'm him and get lucky. That's it for the collectibles, so let's do it and hope for the best. Oh no, I got the title, but not the trophy. God damn it. Don't mind me having copium going through each chapter, making sure I didn't miss one, even though I got a title saying I got them all. Ugh. The only way to fix this is by deleting my save and playing the game all over again. Okay, fine, I'll do that, after doing everything else. While I'm here, I'll go through each memory to get a trophy for viewing all memories. Before I went into the Hokage mansion and got my heart stepped on, I got a letter saying where the cursed doll owner is. He's inside Orochimaru's hideout. Going through it, I sometimes get stopped by more dolls. I have to beat dolls of Killer Bee, Deidara, and Jiraiya. Before I get to the main room, I see the cursed doll owner knocked out. Apparently there's one more doll to beat, and they're strong. Let's see who it is. It's a doll of Sage Mode Naruto. For being the last doll, he's not actually that hard. After I beat the doll, I get back to Tsunade's office and get the trophy for completing the cursed doll request. I think it's time to tackle the online trophies. There's only 2 of them, but I'll have to do more than what's needed for titles. Before looking for a match, I go to edit my ninja info card and change the title, which gets me a trophy for editing my ninja info card. You might want to sit down before hearing this, but no one's playing these games online anymore, so I have to boost. I pick Kakashi since his ultimate jutsu can hit from anywhere and start grinding. Winning the first match gets me a trophy for winning 1 ranked match. Fast forward 9 matches, and I get another trophy for winning 10 ranked matches. Those are the only 2 online trophies, but there's also titles I need for winning 20, 30, and 50 ranked matches, as well as titles for losing 10 and 20 ranked matches. 70 online matches, and it took about 2.5 hours. While grinding, I also unlocked a few more trophies. At some point, I hit 600,000 storm points and unlocked Lars, getting me a trophy for unlocking him as a playable character. And he was my last character, so I get another trophy for unlocking all characters. Then I got more titles for collecting storm points and ended up getting a trophy for collecting 50 titles. Okay, now that online's done, let's get back to Ultimate Adventure. A new side quest I'll work on is to find Tauntaun's pearls. Somehow, the little piglet lost 30 of them, and they're all around the map. With warp scrolls, they're easy to get since they're all static and stay in the same spot. Once I find the last pearl, I go back to the Jonin I got the request from in the first place. We all go see Tsunade and complete the request, getting me a trophy for finding all of Tauntaun's pearls. By completing this request, I unlock this old man in front of the Hokage mansion. He summons a strong opponent for me to take on, and when I beat them, he unveils himself to be someone named Grandpa Gen. He's a master genjutsu user, and he has 10 challenges for me to do on top of the mansion. Each challenge will be harder than the last, but luckily, there's no consequence for losing. I can just try again. During these challenges, I get enough money and storm points to get the trophies for having 1,000,000 storm points and having $1,000,000. The last challenge is against Jiraiya with Naruto and Pain as supports. Kakashi has been the easiest to win these matches with since his ultimate and ninjutsu can be spammed at long distance. After the fight, I get a trophy for completing all 10 challenges. At the message station, there's a ninja that tells me some of their messenger birds have gone missing. The first one's at the training field. I need to slowly walk so it doesn't notice me and try to catch it by timing the circle button. I catch it and go back to the message station to complete the request. There are still 9 more birds I can catch though. They show up in large areas and I catch them the same way by sneaking. After catching my 10th bird, I get a trophy for collecting all messenger birds. This next trophy is a bit complicated. I need to get every character's friendship up to max. An easy way to do this is by buying flowers for the girls and ninjutsu books for the guys. I can give characters multiple items to get the friendship to max quickly. Now I just play the waiting game and wait for everyone to send me letters. Over time, I'll send and receive letters until they've all sent me 3 letters each. At that point, I'll have viewed their correspondence event, and that's what ultimately matters. When characters' friendships are at max, they'll also sometimes appear in front of a restaurant in the Leaf or Sand Village with a heart over their head. This is a friendship event, and I also need to view all of these. While I'm waiting, I'll start doing some requests around the village. There are 26 in total, and I've already done a few just by playing through the game. There's playing hide and seek with Konohamaru again, fighting in a ninja show to entertain an audience 3 different times, which counts as 3 different requests by the way. The request I'm stuck on is this guy in front of the item shop wants to see 10, then 30, then all 48 ninja tools. I don't have the money nor materials to make them all, so this'll have to wait. For the correspondence events, there's 4 extra characters I need letters from too. I start the chain by buying one of 4 books from this peddler that randomly appears near the village gate. After I buy each book, Naruto will skim through it and think of one of the characters. Then the next time I get letters, one of them will be from that character. I do this for all 4 books when I buy them. Over time, constantly sending and receiving letters, I eventually get the trophy for clearing all correspondence events. I've also been attending the friendship events, so about a minute later, I get the trophy for seeing all friendship events. For the 4 extra characters, when they each sent their final letter, there was a material inside that I need to make a ninja tool. If I sell any of these, then I'm locked out of that trophy, and other ones as well. To not even chance it, I'm going to make those tools right now. I can't buy anything else without more money, so I'll work on another trophy that'll get me some. There are 2 titles that require me to both complete every story fight again and complete any bonus conditions with them. The conditions differ from ending the fight with a specific move, keeping the chakra or health gauge above a certain percent, or finishing a fight quickly. This is obviously going to take a while, about 3 hours in total. The only important fight is the last one against the awakened Killer Bee. I have to finish the fight while awakened to get an item called a Viper Fang. This is the material I need to make the last ninja tool. I also got both titles I was initially going for here. Even after replaying all the fights, I'm still short a lot of money to buy everything I need. The best way to farm money is to replay the first fight against Killer Bee and always do the bonus condition. Each win gets me 20,000, plus I can sell the gold bracelets for 8,000 each. I buy the last ninja tool I need and show it to the guy to complete the request, getting me the trophy for completing all requests, and the trophy for completing all events. I didn't get the trophy for buying all ninja tools though. Turns out I have to open my item bag to pop it. I head to the card shop and buy all the packs they have. This gets me the trophy for collecting all ninja info cards. Then I head to the general store and start buying everything they have. I've bought everything, but I'm missing one Ultimate Jutsu video, even though I have every character. I think I know what the issue is. If I go to Mount Mayoboku and interact with this shrine, I'll unlock Hokage Naruto, which is just a skin for Sage Mode Naruto. This ended up being the issue. I buy the last Ultimate Jutsu video and get the trophy for buying all collection items. Now we're at probably the biggest grind in this game. I need to collect all 157 titles. About half of them, at 71 titles, are for collecting storm points, which because I'm at max, I've already got them. Most other titles I've gotten normally by just playing through the story, or the ones I got earlier from playing online. The few I'll focus on are the ones I never get naturally. First, let's talk about 3 titles for collecting items from signs. I need to collect 30 empty cans and 30 pachinko balls. Each of them can drop from the signs in the village when I walk into them. This isn't too bad, it just takes some time. The last title is for finding a jackpot ticket. This is found the same way, except I need to interact with a shrine to feel luckier. The luck boost only lasts 5 minutes. Not even joking, this took me an hour to find a jackpot ticket. The last titles in Ultimate Adventure are for doing miscellaneous things like using a store 60 and 100 times, watching all Ultimate Jutsu videos and flashbacks, and eating 10 bentos. Every other title I'll get in versus mode. To keep it short, each character has their own title for using them 30 times. A way I can speed this up is by connecting a second controller and picking the same character. I'm not sure why, but it counts as me using the character twice, so instead of having to play a character 30 times, I only have to play them 15 times. Don't get it confused, while this does speed it up, this will still take hours. On average, every match lasts a minute combined with load times. This took me 9 hours in total to do every character. Actually insane that it took that long. The last character I need the title for is Pain, so when I finish my 30th, or I guess 15th, match with him, I finally get the trophy for collecting all titles. By the time I finished everything in Ultimate Adventure mode, I was only at 22 hours. There's a trophy for hitting 30 hours. I've already done everything, so all I can do is idle here for the next 8 hours. I did just that, since there wasn't much else I could do. After 8 hours of standing in the same spot, I get the trophy for playing Ultimate Adventure for 30 hours. I wish I could say that was it, but I can't, because the trophy earlier glitched, so now I have to delete my save data on both console and cloud to be safe. I can't just select new game from the menu since it acts like a new game plus and I keep all my collectibles, which I don't want. What I need to do is simply speedrun the entire game while avoiding all scrolls. If I pick any up, then I have to reload an earlier save. Because of this, I constantly save whenever I walk by a save point. About 5 hours later, and I'm at the end of the game again. I'm not done yet, since I still have to take down all 37 cursed dolls to access the fragment chapter, while still avoiding all scrolls. An hour and a half later, after collecting them all, I get the letter to start the fragment chapter. Before I start the fragment chapter, I need to collect only the blue scrolls and talk to the ninja in Tsunade's office. Just talk to him, then back out of it. Now I do the fragment chapter and collect the new 8 blue scrolls that came from it. Here's the moment of truth. I've only collected the blue scrolls and nothing else. Oh my god, thank you. I finally got the trophy for collecting all the stories. Now show me my platinum. This might be the happiest I've been to see a platinum pop in a long time. According to the guide I used, this game should take around 40 hours to platinum. My PS5 says it took me 60 hours, but keep in mind, this counts my Storm 1 Platinum Time 2, which was 11 hours. So in actuality, this platinum took me 49 hours. Then if we subtract the 8 hours I spent idling and the 6 hours I spent playing the game again due to a glitch, this game, in reality, was done in about 35 hours. But I'll let you be the judge of that. I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I played this game on PS3 when it first came out, so I'm a bit more biased towards it. I still love it, but honestly, having that trophy glitch on me might have shifted my view on it a bit. I can only hope going forward no other games have issues like this, because I spent way too long having to fix it.